Today, I'm going to be breaking down upcoming info about Pokemon Pocket, from new events, wonder picks, and even new cards, including a leak about a special booster that guarantees an EX or better. So in this video, I'm going to be using two different websites, and full credit goes to them. First one is ptcgpocket.gg, and then the second one is pokemonzone.com. The links will be down below. From January 30th to March 27th, you are able to claim 500 trade tokens and 120 trade stamina, aka hourglasses. And the way you do this is just go to your gifts section and just click claim. As you can see here, I already claimed them, but it's absolutely free, so you don't want to miss out on these, especially when it's pricey to get them in the first place. And while we are here, make sure you also claim this Pokedex promo that semi-recently got added, also found in your gifts. Next up, from February 1st to April 1st, we have the Premium Pass. And so with this Premium Pass, we have a whole bunch of new missions and rewards in general. The first being this amazing Piplup card. A lot of people were speculating that this would be its own event, but no, it is the pass missions that you are able to obtain it. And so all you have to do is log in, go over to your premium tab in the missions, and just claim it for yourself. This is my first time getting it, and I definitely am glad I have the premium missions this month. Not only that, but as it states here, we are able to get 200 trade tokens just from the premium missions alone, which I can imagine for free-to-play players must sting even more. But as you can see, all of the missions are listed out here pretty clearly. As you collect cards, you will get more trade tokens, and it comes out to a total of 200 trade tokens, 11 hourglasses, 30 premium tickets, and 12 wonder hourglasses. And if you're wondering, what can you spend the premium tickets on? Well, the Pikachu is still in the shop, but most notably, we have all of these Darkrai cosmetics. So in order to find these, you're just going to go under the limited time in events section, and I'm going to have to pick up this Darkrai coin. You also have a playmat, the card sleeves, which I will get as well, and then the backdrop with the Palkia Dialga and the cover art, which as you can see here for 57 more days as of recording. From February 3rd to February 17th, we are getting a Cresselia EX drop event. And by the time you're watching this video, this event has already dropped. And this is the only way to get Cresselia EX as of right now. It has an ability so that when you attach a psychic energy to the Pokemon, it heals for 20 damage. It also does 80 base damage, so it's a pretty decent card overall, especially for free, mind you. And then we have Turtwig with a different artwork, which acts as the same as its counterpart. We have Electivire, who has different artwork, but again, same utility, same exact attack. Then we got Misdrevious, who now makes their active slot confused, which is actually the only card that is different from the original. As you can see, the original does 20 damage off of one energy, but I could see either one being more viable. You could definitely make an argument for both, but nothing too crazy, being honest. Skarmory is the exact same, does 20 and then 30 more if they have a Pokemon tool attached. But not only that, we have the exact percentage breakdown on the chances to get every single one of these cards. So if you are after the Cresselia EX, it's going to be a 12.66% chance, Electivire 15.82%, and then for each of the common Pokemon, it will be at 23.84%, which I've actually been using Electivire quite a lot, and you would definitely want to get 2 copies of this, especially with the new trainer they just added, which this is it, the Volkner card. It allows you to choose one Electivire to attach 2 of your electric energy from your discard pile. So you're kind of able to bait your opponent to thinking you don't have the setup, and you catch so many people off guard. It definitely will switch as more people get used to playing against it, but you don't want to miss out on it, especially since it can work with the Electabuzz that you probably already have. Anyway, also on the website, it breaks down the rates at which you will get these new promo packs. So if you beat a beginner bot, you'll get 51% chance to get a pack, and then it breaks down all the way to expert, giving you 100% guaranteed to get the packs when you win. Not only that, but it goes into even more detail about the decks that the bots will be using. By the time this video is out, you will probably already know what they're using, but they are using psychic decks. So we don't need to evaluate the beginner ones because that will be free low for most people. But let's just skip all the way down to the hardest expert difficult bot. So they will be using the Cresselia EX, 2 of them, 2 Mismagius, and then 2 Gardevoirs, which it could be a lot worse, to be fair. But as you can see from every single one of the cards that the bots are using, they are weak to Dark type. So that is going to be your best friend if you want to just go on autopilot and just let it autoplay and get you those packs built up over time. And on screen right now are 2 options that are honestly pretty solid for this event. The one thing I will say is if you're gonna go on autopilot, I don't know how well the bots will use Koga when going against other computers, because I've noticed they're pretty bad at using supporter cards at the correct time. And then I also saw this deck here that utilizes Weavile in Darkrai, but I'm imagining most of you guys out there don't have these cards quite yet. But to be honest, if you're running even like Arbok or Muck, you're probably still good either way. Just use Dark type. February 4th to February 25th, we will be getting a Spacetime Smackdown Emblem event. This will work pretty similar to events we've had in the past. 1 win will get you this pretty lackluster pin. 5 wins, you get bronze. Silver for 25. 45 wins, you get this pretty decent looking, I would say, pin. Honestly, I would just really hope that they add something cooler than emblems in the future. Maybe like exclusive cards or interesting type of events rather than just a simple 1v1. The new packs are definitely going to change up the gameplay itself, but I think the format would be awesome if they would add some fun into it. I've said this before, but a 1 life event would be super cool. No EXs is an obvious one. Only EXs would be kind of crazy. Stuff like that. Just experimenting would be cool to see, in my opinion. From February 7th to February 21st, we are getting a Wonder Pick event for Chimchar and Togepi. And so this is what your Wonder Picks will typically look like. For 35% of the time, you will have this as your bonus pick, which bonus pick means free, and it is the variation that has the original card. But 15% of the time, you will get the special artwork with the Chansey on it, and then also the Chimchar one. Now, this is not the only Wonder Pick. If this is your first time doing these types of events, you also will have the Chansey pick, which costs 2 of your Wonder Pick stamina. As you can see, these are the different variants that you could possibly get, but it basically guarantees that you get a special promo. In case you couldn't tell before, they do the exact same thing. The Togepi does 20, and also the Chimchar does 20 as well. If you ask me, the artwork isn't that insane. I'm pretty sure this Togepi is from like a Neo set from back in the day, but don't quote me on that one. Alongside this though, we are getting new accessories for the event. As you can see up there, gave a little sneak peek, but we are getting a Chimchar backdrop, Chimchar Monferno in Infernape cover, and then this one is probably my favorite of them all. We have the Cave of Crystals backdrop. I don't know how that relates to Togepi or Chimchar at all, but hey, that's sick. And in case you're wondering how you're going to be able to claim these, there will be missions that come alongside it, which you can get event shop tickets, and then you can claim once they are out under the limited time events tab in the shop. Also, we are going to be getting trade tokens with this event, but as you can see, since everyone will have access to it, they're not giving us very many. Because in case you missed out on the madness that was day 1 of trading, in order to trade just an EX card, you need 500 trade tokens, which means you would have to Wonder Pick hundreds of times in order to trade just 1 EX card. But it's nice to see that they are kind of giving us tokens for free without us having to salvage all of our extra cards. They need to bump these rates up though. And on February 14th, we're actually getting a part 2 to this Wonder Pick event, which will actually add even more of the trade tokens, which honestly, not too bad. 15 tokens as opposed to 10 from what we just saw. And then we also got more Chimchar merch, or items, whatever you want to call it. We have a coin, which I'm pretty sure I had the real life version of this from my Diamond and Pearl cards. We got Chimchar sleeves, and then a Pokeball icon, which is kind of bland. Oh, and also this playmat. The coin's definitely my favorite though. On February 21st to February 27th, we are getting a Darkness type Pokemon Mass Outbreak event, which now that I think about it, that backdrop that I was looking at earlier probably coincides with this more than the other thing I was referring to. Similar to the other Wonder Picks we were just looking at, this is what it will be like for the Darkness type Outbreak. You will have a chance to get a lot of these new Dark type cards. Stunky, Krogunk, but also Murkrow. Sneasel is a great one if you still need to pick that up. So this will be your bonus pick, again, which means free. Every variation you saw was a 10% chance. And then there will be the rare pick, which will cost 3 of your Wonder Pick stamina. All of these cards here are pretty goated. Weavile, Darkrai, Weezing is good with Koga. Spiritomb, I've actually seen quite a few people use nowadays too. But there's also this variant that uses Honchkrow in Mightyena. But Weavile has shaken things up quite a bit because for 1 energy, it has the potential to do 70 damage. So don't miss out on trying to Wonder Pick for this. From February 27th to April 30th, for Pokemon Day, we are getting a celebration gift. So for Pokemon Day, we are going to be getting a special booster pack with a guaranteed 4 diamond or higher, which is the first time we're getting a special pack that is different than the regular ones. We've got gifted regular packs into our inventory from Mythical Island, but what's interesting about this is that it's Genetic Apex. So it's not gonna be Mythical Island or Space-Time Smackdown. But as you can see here, the 5th card is guaranteed to be 4 diamond or higher, which honestly, I would rather have an EX than a 1-star, but that's just me. Apparently, there will be special missions during this period, but they don't have it listed here quite yet. But that's very exciting, so you will not want to miss out on this. And finally, on February 28th, we are getting a new themed booster pack, which the only info we have right now is that it's going to be a mini set to expand on the Space-Time Smackdown packs already. So basically, the Mythical Island to Genetic Apex. But apparently, it's called A2A. And unfortunately, we don't have anything more to go off of with that. But that's been absolutely everything we know about upcoming stuff for Pokemon Pocket. And for just one final recap, I'm going to be using Pokemon Zone, and they cover absolutely every mission down to a T, including some of the things I didn't quite cover, like these emblems of Dialga and Palkia that you could claim with the emblem tickets. You have these covers, this backdrop. You have the Cynthia offer in the shop. That's from January 30th to April 30th for $23, if that's a good deal to you. I know some people like Cynthia more than others. We have all of these setup battles that you could do for rewards as well. Nothing that interests me too much there, but towards the bottom, we do have some interesting details about some other missions here. The biggest one to me is if you collect 3 Piplup cards, you get a Piplup icon, 3 Turtwig, you get a Turtwig icon, 3 Chimchar cards, you get Chimchar, and then if you register 155 cards in the decks for the new set, you get Dialga and Palkia. So there has been absolutely everything. Again, huge shout out to the 2 websites that I used during this video. They will be linked down below, and definitely go bookmark them because they do an amazing job. If you guys enjoyed me breaking this all down for you, do me a favor and subscribe and join my Discord down below if you want to trade or just battle people and have a good time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.